Greetings, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to 31 Days to Business Startup. Day 17, Money Matters. Okay, so today we're going to talk about money matters as it relates to your business. And in part one, I really talked more about personal, but let me just say this, the kind of things that you would implement in your personal financial planning is really the same thing you're going to be doing in your business. And I will say this, I think that a lot of times we think that we create a financial plan and we just live by that financial plan. And I really encourage people to always be engaged in a process of kind of doing some analysis around your financial matters every chance you get because things often change. And so you might need to change your plan. But let's just talk about money matters as it relates to your business. The first thing I think people should do is just kind of just do an assessment of what your current financial situation is as it relates to your business. If you're in the startup phase, you probably don't have any money or you have very little money. Maybe you have a couple investors. Maybe you have a loan, or maybe you have a little money saved up that you know you want to put into your business. Maybe because you've been doing a little bit of the business kind of on the side. And so you've saved up this money and now you really want to launch your business full on. Just do a little bit of assessment. Where are you at financially? And part of that assessment of where you are financially is not only what you currently have, but what you expect to generate perhaps over the next few months or few years or whatever the case may be. So, make a full on assessment of where you are and where you could potentially be within the next few months to a year. The second thing that's important about money matters is you want to establish some financial goals and just kind of like dream big. I want a 7-figure business, or I want to make enough money. I want to generate enough income to pay myself double what I'm making in my day job. When I think about financial goals, make them big. You may have to pare them down or shift them a little bit, but initially, really try to set some goals for yourself. Like where do you want to be? The sky's the limit. So make sure you allow that to be a part of your financial goal process. And part of understanding your financial goals is that you'll have to consider matters as it relates to accounting, and then analysis, and then also planning. The third thing I want you to do is start with a realistic budget. This is the same in your personal life. Start with a realistic budget where you where you get honest about how much revenue you are generating, but also how much you are expending on expenses as it relates to your business, whether it's overhead, whether it's purchasing product, whether it's spending it on marketing or employees, whatever the case is. Just kind of like start to look at those numbers, because let's just be for real. If more money is going out than coming in, you got a problem. Maybe not immediately, but in the long term, that could be a problem. And you need to figure out if you need to do something different in order to generate more revenue than expenses. The other thing I want you to think about is, I talked about creating your financial goals, and for me, that's just the bigger dreams about the bigger dreams about what you want financially. But then the next step really is to create a financial plan, and that's where you get specific. And I always tell people, use what they call SMART goals, and that is, SMART is an acronym for being specific about your financial plan, making sure that your financial plan has items that are measurable, making sure that they're items that are achievable, making sure that they're items that are results focused, and also that they are time bound. And so what I mean by that is, for example, I'm starting the Business Academy. My specific goal is to generate $10,000 in 6 months from the Business Academy courses that I will offer online. But how do I measure that? I have different levels for the business courses. And so I know I need like a dozen of one level and maybe 6 of another level, or maybe 3 of the one-on-one business coaching. And so I know that if I'm able to get, 25 to 50 people to sign up in the business development coaching classes, that over a 6-month period, I could generate somewhere around $10,000. Let's just say hypothetically. I'm just using that as an example. Is that achievable? I'm thinking in 6 months, I think that's an achievable goal. I think I will have to hustle and have to work really hard to make that happen, but it feels achievable. And then in terms of it being results focused, I can see the numbers. Did I get, 12 people at the higher level? Did I get 6 people at the mid-level? Did I get 20 people to do one-on-one coaching? And then it's time bound because I already said that I'm going to do it within the 6 months. So it's important when you create your financial plan to really get specific about this stuff and make sure that you use the SMART goals as a way to really see how you're going to make your money. And then that way, when, if I get 4 months in and I haven't reached, I can start to look at the first month or the second month, but by the 4th month, I think I should be really close to my goals. And if I'm not, then I got to reassess. And then I got to change some things or do some things to kind of boost sales so that I can get towards my goal. And so that's going to be really exciting for you, and it's going to be really exciting for your business. The next step is to evaluate at regular intervals how things are going. I think that a lot of times people, they don't really look at financial stuff enough. They think either I'm making enough money or I'm not, but you need to just kind of do some analysis and do some regular kind of evaluation to figure out, like for me, I will every month do some evaluation around the Business Academy. Have I registered the number of students that I wanted to register? Am I making the kind of money that I thought I was going to make every month? And if not, then I'm going to have to figure out in the second month what to do to increase, participation, to get more leads, and to get more students to register. I'm going to be doing that evaluation every month because I got a 6-month goal and I want to reach it. And then the last thing is, and I think this is important to money management and money matters, is, you know what, folks, look, I know that a lot of people here are not good with money. I know, because I've worked with a lot of people. And don't be afraid to ask for help, and that's important. If you don't know everything and if your financial literacy is not at the level that it needs to be, then you need to ask for help, and don't be ashamed. Just do it because it's really important for the financial part of your business to be healthy and to be functional. And I just want to leave with a kind of a word of advice, and that is, you got to think about what you're spending your money on as it relates to your business and make sure that is really benefiting your business. And one of the things I always say is expenditures should be a smart investment. And you should always minimize debt because debt is really what we call liability in financial terms. And you want, as I said in probably one of the other ones, I was talking about how assets minus liability equals your net worth. The more liability you have, the more you decrease your asset kind of value. And also you decrease your net worth. So you want to make sure that you're always making good investments and making sure that whatever you spend your money on, that it's going to benefit the business overall.
Okay, fam, I hope you got a little something out of this. Be sure to visit me on my website at charlottefixmybiz.com. Oh yeah, and coming soon is my Business Academy. Now that's where I will provide you with step-by-step training to grow your email list, help you create a sales system to help you increase your sales and profits, and also to do it in a way that feels authentic and focused on top-notch customer service. All right, now take care, fam. Wishing you nothing but peace and prosperity. I'll see you next time.